What's up, YouTube? Crisis, aka Gamer Dad, bringing you guys another YouTube video for Raid Shadow Legends. Before we get into the actual video, I had to make this small clip explaining why the next video or the actual video starts off at kind of a weird spot, as if I'd been talking about something else right before that. It's because I was. So what I did was I started doing an account overview from my main account, explaining kind of a little bit about the main screen that you guys see on there for Raid Shadow Legends, what each of these sections actually does. I tried to go into an explanation of everything, and then I realized that then I was going to jump into my new account, my free-to-play account, and give you guys an intro to this and explain or show you guys the new clan that I started and everything. Then I realized that if I put both videos together, both mashups, it was going to be over 30 minutes. So I said, yeah, let's not do that. Or right around 30 minutes it would have been. So I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to stick you guys with a 30-minute video because nobody would make it to the end, and if you did, you'd be the realest person in the world. So what I did was I split it, but I wanted it to, so I was going to upload one day, one the next day. But I want to start with this one so you guys have the information for the free-to-play account as well as the clan that we started. So all of that is in the video, guys. I hope y'all enjoy. Forgive me for starting it off at a weird spot. The next video will actually be the beginning or the intro to this video, but I wanted to introduce this information for sure by tomorrow morning, which is when y'all see it, Friday the 11th. So Friday the 11th, this should be up by about 10 a.m. Want to make sure you guys have all this info, and then on Sunday probably the next video will be uploaded with the main account overview, showing you guys the difference between the free-to-play account and the main account, and kind of giving you guys some details as to what you guys are looking at here on the screen. Thank you guys for tuning into the channel. Much appreciated. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. And we're back. All right, so this is the free-to-play account, guys. And as you can see, I'm on day 3. I'm now into day 4. And every day that you log in, these are the new player rewards, all right? Eventually, it'll give us this hero, Shaman, who's actually really good. She's got a revive on her. I remember her. She revives an ally, once ascended, revives an ally with 50% of their HP, places a shield buff on the target equal to 20% of their HP. Then she also has attacks when enemy, increases crit rate on all allies for 2 turns, and has a 25% chance of removing one random buff from your target with an aura of increasing ally defense in faction crypts by 23%. So she's really good, especially early game. You're going to need a reviver to help you through the campaign, to help you through your dungeons. Definitely somebody worth looking into if you're early in the game. She's an epic. So she doesn't hit super hard, but she hits okay. She hits okay. More than anything, she's a support hero, like it states here. She's going to be there to bring back your heavy hitters because normally your heavy hitters are going to be a little squishier. She's going to be able to bring them back if they die. She's going to provide them with that extra crit rate, so that if their crit rate's a little low, especially early game, it's hard to get to the 100% crit rate. If their crit rate is a little low, she's going to give you that 15% boost, and she's going to be taking debuffs off the enemy while providing a little bit of damage. All right. And if you put her as your lead, well, that doesn't really apply because that's only for faction crypts. So don't even worry about that unless you're doing faction crypts. So we're going to get our free piece of gear here. And this is lifesteal gear. It's a 4 set. So whenever you have 4, any combination of these artifacts, 4 on one champion, they gain the ability to, let's see if it gives me any details. Well, they gain the ability, they siphon off 30%, or they gain 30% health of the damage they caused. So if they cause 20,000 damage, they get 30% of that $20,000 of that 20,000 damage back as HP to themselves. So that comes in really handy when you're facing, strong heroes, and maybe for your squishier, tough, damage dealing champions. That way they keep healing every time they keep attacking, because the more damage they do, the more HP they recover. So that's a good strat to use there, especially on the clan boss. And we'll talk about the clan boss at a later date. No Plarium, I don't want to keep buying stuff. This is a free-to-play account. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. All right, so same setup as in the other one. Everything is the same no matter what account you're in. I'm going to go through my champions in this one real quick. This video is already getting a little too long, so let's go through this real quick. All right, so as of now, I started it with Kayle. My recommendation, if you're starting a new account, if you're starting Raid Shadow Legends, definitely start with Kayle. he doesn't hit as hard as Gaelic, especially early game. He doesn't hit as hard. His multipliers are a little lower, but he still hits like a brick. It's just Gaelic definitely hits harder. He has higher multipliers. But that's all Gaelic does, is just hits hard. KO has poisons on his attacks. On his A3, he's got... he attacks 4 times randomly and has a 50% chance when booked of placing 4 or 5% poison debuffs, basically, on the champion or on 4 different champions. This is great for bosses or for the clan boss. Okay, he also has poisons, albeit the lesser version, the 2.5% poison, but a more consistent at 100% chance of landing this 2.5% poison. And there's no it's not, basically there's no cooldown for this, so every time he uses this attack, he's going to be landing that poison if your accuracy is high enough. And for the clan boss, for the bosses, this is going to increase his damage exponentially. My Gaelic in a battle against a boss sometimes, you know, and this is including the waves and everything, maybe does 500,000 damage to 700,000 damage throughout the entirety of the battle. I have seen videos where KO drops over 2 million damage in a battle just because of his poisons. So definitely worth having KO as your starter hero. Early game, I think Gaelic is going to help you advance faster, but towards the mid to end game, he kind of drops off. He doesn't scale as well as KO. That's funny, it rhymes. He doesn't scale as well as KO towards the end game. The stronger the bosses get, the better this guy is, because his poisons do 2.5% based on the HP of the boss. So the more HP, the stronger the boss, the more damage this guy's actually going to be doing. So he's actually really good. And he's still really good in the beginning of the game. He can take out right now most of the campaign on normal by himself. Then I have Sniper, which is an uncommon champion. If you'll see, I have a lot of rares. I already have a good handful of rares, but most of them are not my starting lineup. All right, most of my starting lineup is actually uncommon champions. Sniper hits like a brick. She's got a 2-time attack on her A2 with a 10% chance, 25% chance when booked of landing a 15% decreased speed, and then she's got a double attack, increasing her turn meter by 15% on each critical hit. She also has an extra 15% chance of landing a critical hit, so that just adds up to whatever she's already got. Then I also have Shield Breaker, again an AoE on his A2. He's got this passive on his A3, removes 1 debuff from this champion each turn. That's great. And then a single target attack, and this is a defense-based champion, so they're easier to build because you don't have to worry about them being so squishy. His damage, everything about him is based on his defense, so you just build his defense as high as you can, and maybe add a little bit on his HP. Although you should be fine with HP from what he gets just off the rest of the stats here. But you just want to scale his HP his defense as high as possible. He's going to be hard to kill because his defense is so high, and his damage is based off of his defense. So you kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Obviously, he's a defense hero, so his multipliers aren't going to be as high as an attack hero like KO, but he still puts out a good amount of damage, really good amount of damage. And he has the added bonus that he fills his turn meter by 20% every time he hits with a critical hit. So in campaign, where you're only facing 4 enemies, if you have his crit rate at 100, he lands this attack, gets 4 critical hits. That he's already back at 80%, almost ready for his next turn. So that brings this down from a 4, with basically a 2-turn cooldown when it's booked, to a 1-turn cooldown. So you get it back almost the next turn. In dungeons, when you're facing 5 enemies, basically every time he uses this attack, as long as you have him at 100% crit rate, you're basically going to get to go again because his turn meter is going to be back to full. So that's basically how that works. It's really good. And then I have her, Zephyr Sniper. Doesn't hit very hard right now. She's actually not great right now, but she will be. I've seen her when she's a little bit stronger, and basically what makes her so great is pretty much her only attack is an AoE attack. So every time she attacks every enemy, and she has a 15% chance, really a 20-30% chance of decreasing the cooldown of a random skill on each target for 1 turn, and then you get an extra 10% damage if you book her up to 5. Plus, she's got this really cool 7.5 continuous heal on each champion for 2 turns. So she places that. She hits nothing but AoEs. They actually hit for some pretty good damage. And you're actually hopefully increasing the cooldown of the other team's skills as you're going through it on each of their players or each of their characters with one attack. So that she's super good, super good. So this is my free-to-play account. Man, this video is getting really long. I'm sorry, guys, but I want to make sure we give an overview here. Oh my God, Plarium, leave me alone. I don't want to buy anything. Again, the market works just the same way as it does in the other one, and I basically do the exact same thing. I really want to buy this shield guard because I want to feed him to my other shield guard to increase his skills. Let me see if there's anyone else I need to buy. No, we're good. All right, so as I was saying, I did start the clan, and every day if you go to the shop you will get a shard for free, guys. Every day. What is this free thing? Oh, there's an appreciation pack. Let's claim this. Every day you will get a free shard, a mystery shard, and then once a week in 7 hours really you get a free ancient shard. All right, so make sure you collect those. Every day you get one of these, and then every week, once a week, you get one of these. So make sure you collect those. Don't use them until there's an event that calls for you to use them, or until there's a 2-time event. In fact, anything from here down I wouldn't use unless there's a 2-time event in the portal. These I would just use for events because there's never a 2-time for mystery shards. All right, so just use for like the summoning event that's coming up. Come on, the summon rush event in 5 hours. That I would use my mystery shards for. I used a bunch of mine. I had almost 100, but I used them all because I was trying to get some food for my champions to get them up to level 40. So right now these 3 will be at level 40. As you can see, I've ascended Shield Guard to 2, I've ascended KO to 1, and really I've been working on getting gear. All right, upgrading my gear. I've started doing my dungeons. I don't want to get into all that because that's going to make the video, a few hours long. So let's just skip all that. But basically that's what I'm doing. It's not once you learn the intricacies of the game, the strategy, guys, you even starting from scratch, you can have an advantage, and I will show you what I mean. I'm 3-4 days into the game. All right, some of these accounts are months into the game. Anyone you see with this hero, this shaman, they're at least a week in because you get her at 1 week, right? You get her at 1 week of playing the game. Anyone you see with, this hero, which is, I forget her name, Haikatoon, they're a month into the game. So you will see some of those in the arena, even at the beginning stages like I am now, all right? You will see some people have already almost a full team of epics, right? And even in against teams like this is a pretty hard list for me. I'm 3 days in, guys, give me a break. But, I mean, I could definitely take that team out. But let's look for something a little bit more challenging. All right, let's look for something like, this one might be good. All right, so this guy, whoever this is at least a week into the game because they already have her, and they have her at level 40. So I'm going to say a week to 2 weeks into the game there. All right, let's see if we can't take them out. And so the way you want to build your team, right? I have her, preferably she would be my fastest champion because, where did she go? She provides an attack increase for all my allies. So the strategy here would be put KO in the lead because he has the aura providing 15% HP to all my champions, and then we'd have her as she'd be faster than all of them, so she would go first, activate her increased attack, so all of my champions would get increased attack. Really wouldn't help him out because he's a defense champion, so he doesn't gain anything from attack, but both of these are attack-based champions. So their initial attack is going to do a lot more damage, or 25% more damage, basically because she put that buff on them. So then you would want to have KO and Sniper go next, and hopefully these 2 attacks should wipe the enemy team. If not, then you have a Shield Guard to clean up and finish out whoever didn't die. Now, as you get further into the game, you really don't want to have 3 nukers. You want to have another support hero here, maybe a reviver or a debuffer, because she's a buffer for your team, but you want a debuffer for that team, somebody that drops defense, or maybe a speed hero in the lead that can boost your speed to make sure you go first. As you get further into the game, you'll have more options. Right now, we're limited because we don't have, and I don't have the gear to make her the fastest on my team right now. So right now, it's gonna be off, but let's see if we can't make it work. Let's see if we can't beat this team. So he's got a pretty good setup. He's got her there too. Ooh, his KO went first. All right, so he's got her there too. So he really should have made her faster than his KO, because then she would give him the boost. He's got the reviver here in case anybody on his team drops. I don't really know what her skills are. And then obviously KO just slamming. All right, so let's try and slam. My team is actually pretty fast, so I should be able to get this done. I really need to make this lady faster. I have her in lifesteal gear, so every time she hits, I'm telling you, she hits pretty hard. Every time she hits, she gains life back, so that's pretty good. What do we do here? What do we do here? Let's actually just do this. We may need it for the next turn. I don't think we're going to make... Oh, Shield Guard did make it. Let's try and wipe. All right, we didn't get a wipe. I really want to take out KO, but I don't know if I can. All right, so the next thing, we want to take her out. She's gonna... Yeah, I wanted to take her out before she did that, but... Oh, well. Let's see if we can't finish this. Nope. And she's got a... He's got her in retaliation gear, which means she's got a 25 or 35% now ever since the buff. Percent chance to counterattack when she gets attacked. So yeah, that's pretty much it for us. KO's probably gonna wipe us out here, especially with that attack buff. I'm at least gonna take her out just because I don't like her. There we go, and then we get whooped. All right, so that team was a little too strong for us. Actually, I don't think it was too strong. I think if I had the strategy play out the way I wanted, because after Sniper's attack, we almost actually wiped that team. If I would have gotten 25% attack boost up before they attacked, we would have wiped that team for sure. But basically, you guys get the gist of it. That's the strategy and how it plays in. And this is the free-to-play account. And I mean, that guy was at least... Let's look at his team power. Let's look at his team power and the difference between his team power and mine. And you guys saw how close that battle was. It was this guy, right? His team power, he's at 19. I guess so we're about the same team power, but he does have an epic in there. So probably my gear is what's giving me a bit of an advantage here. Because if I had an epic here, I think I'd be at around 21, 22. So I don't know. I don't know what the build is for him, but something he's doing is not really... Because he's got 440s. He should be much higher than that. I think his builds just aren't good. But basically, this is the free-to-play account I have, guys. This video has gone on for a long time, so what I may do is upload this video first. I did the part with the overview on my main account and explained what all these things were in that video. So what I may do is split it into two videos, because that video alone was like over 10 minutes. This video is at 15, so I don't want to push it any further than that. So let's do this. This is going to be the overview for the free-to-play account. You guys got pretty much a lot of information there. I'm gonna give you the clan name: Crisis Raiders CZ4 is the clan tag. I couldn't. That was just random. I tried a million different clan tags and they were all taken. Eventually, I just settled on that. And the 4 is just there randomly. The CZ is for Crisis. But like I said, it's just random. I just didn't have better options. As you can see, Crisis Raids on YouTube, free-to-play account series, all are welcome. It's an open clan. I've already got a few members just randomly. I had 2 more, 2 of them left. But if you guys want to join, this is the clan. Look for it. I don't know exactly how that works. I don't know if I can... yeah, I don't know if I can... Oh, yeah, I can. I can search somebody and send an invitation. So shoot me a message in the comments. Leave a comment below if you want me to shoot you an invite to the free-to-play account clan. Like I said, it doesn't have to be free-to-play for you guys. This main account will be free-to-play. And what I was thinking I would do is I may purchase a pack here and there. I may get like this pack or something like that, or the monthly pack with shards. Actually, it would definitely be one of these. But I won't use them, because when you buy a pack, all this stuff basically goes in your vault, in your bag here, where all this stuff is, and then you'll have a list, a super long list of all the stuff that you've accumulated. And then in about 3 to 4 months, because I think you can only keep it there for like 100 days or something. In about whenever that time runs out, right before it runs out, maybe a week or two before it runs out, I would probably, or a month actually, to give time for events, maybe a month before the time runs out and the stuff expires, I would probably give the free-to-play account away. So I would have it for about 3 months, build it up to something as good as I can, free to play, and then every now and then buy some packs and just leave it there. So whenever we do the account giveaway, you guys start off with a bunch of cool stuff, maybe some shards to pull some legendary heroes, and just increase the account exponentially in that way. But that's the video for today, guys. Thank you for stopping by. If you stayed to the end of the video, you're a real one. I will see you guys in the next one. The next one's actually going to be the one I filmed before this, or recorded before this. So I may be talking in future and past tense mix-ups there. So just be aware of that. Again, guys, thank you for watching. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Peace.